you think we're moving too soon? I love to hear you when you complain about your best friend, how she's so late. And as you're talking, I start thinking, all the details start to sink in. I don't care about the right now. Spend the summer in this beach house. 'Cause I was right to play my part. My lines memorized in my heart.
Good morning, you guys. I just woke up. It's about 7:45 and I'm gonna do a little skincare routine. I have this little morning ritual where I like to apply a cold tool to my face in the morning, splash with some cold water, and then I go in with my new face, this little device right here, and then I spend a few minutes in bed and I do my red light therapy. I'll catch up on emails, do little things. So it's kind of just like my little morning me time, sets me up for the day, feels nice and indulgent because I'm doing some good skincare. And then I usually work out, make some coffee, make some breakfast, and get my day started. But I'm just going to take you guys along with me. I have somewhat of a busy day today. I have a phone call with LightStim, actually the same brand I'm talking about for my light therapy. I want to bring them on the podcast, so we're going to have a little call to discuss. Fingers crossed, because I think they would be awesome if you listen to the podcast. I'm sure you would like to hear their thoughts on red light therapy, or if you are interested in skincare. Sorry, I just woke up. I feel like I'm not making sense. But we're going to have that call. I'm doing a podcast with Lauren, and then I have a bunch of stuff to do for my other job, which is in managing family real estate, family business. So I have some stuff to do with Zillow. I use this New Face gel mask before the New Face. It's really important you actually use the product, because it has conductors in it and some products won't work with microcurrent. I know a lot of people ask if the New Face is worth it, and I think so. I definitely enjoy using my New Face. What it does is it stimulates the muscles so that they are stronger in the areas you want them to be stronger, and they are less active in areas that can kind of create fine lines, like the forehead area. So microcurrent is amazing. I would say, I mean, this device is kind of for, you know, it's not going to be as powerful as if you were to have a esthetician do a microcurrent facial on you. The results won't be quite as good as somebody who is skilled in like working from origin to insertion. I think this is just kind of great for just maintenance, what you can do on your own, and it just helps to tighten the skin and reduce fine lines, boost circulation. Circulation is so important for healthy skin. But I would say you want to be somewhat consistent with it. Don't just pick it up like, you know, once every few weeks. That it definitely won't do what you want it to. I try to do it every day. The good thing is I look forward to it. I'm lucky I have the time right now. So I'm just filming a video. I'm just filming a video.
Hello, vloggers.
Show your face.
Hello, vloggers.
Wait, I can't see you.
Hello, vloggers. Don't do what I do.
Yeah, don't touch your face. I try to help him. He's the worst.
I'm helpless.
He is helpless. Babe, why do you do it?
I can't help myself.
Yeah. It's like actually compulsive.
It's like a guilty pleasure when it really just pops out.
But the thing is, see you guys how he didn't get the whole infection out. Come closer.
It wasn't ready.
And he used his bare
Nails.
dirty baseball boy fingernails. When you don't get the whole infection out, that's when you're prone to pigment like that. And he says he can still feel that there's some under
pressure.
there. Yeah. Did you do it after the shower or just just a random time? See, you need that steam to soften the skin.
I just went right after it.
Just went right after it. Yeah.
Don't do what I did.
Nope.
Listen to her.
Listen.
I don't listen.
He doesn't listen.
I don't.
You gotta go. Got a blast! Okay guys, so I just got out of the shower. I'm going to hop into my morning skincare routine, and I have been incorporating the Dermaplus Purifying Toner in the mornings. Now, more than ever, it's summer, it's hotter. If you're working out outside, you're sweating, you have dirt and debris on your face, a lot of bacteria, and especially when you add in the whole mask equation, you have the heat and the friction enclosed in a space, enclosing in that bacteria over a really sensitive area of the face that's prone to a lot of inflammation. So I'm gonna use a little bit of my purifying toner. It's almost out, but this has salicylic to help kill that bacteria. So great before you put on your mask. You wanna make sure the skin is clean before you put it on. Avoid wearing makeup in that area if you can. It's best to just keep it really clean. So this is great for that. It's also gonna help dissolve congestion and blackheads, and normally I would use it in the nighttime and kind of alternate with my retinol, but again, because of the mask and the hot weather and because I just came from a workout, it is also perfect in the morning time. It is just slightly exfoliating, so you want to make sure you wear your SPF with it. And I will sweep it all over my neck and chest and décolleté. Don't want to forget that area. If you wear jewelry, make sure you still treat the area, which is one of the things that kind of prevents me, to be honest, from treating the area and wearing sunscreen as well. But you want to make sure you do. You don't forget about it. I'm doing the tops of my hands here just for a little light peeling action. This is an area I'm really prone to a lot of solar lentigo or sunspots. Next, vitamin C, always for the antioxidant protection. Vitamin C is a free radical scavenger, so it's going to protect against all that environmental damage, UVA and UVB rays, pollution, and just really help our skin stay in defense mode throughout the day. Do a little bit more, make sure I get my décolleté as well. Vitamin C is also one of the best things for pigment prevention and brightening. So it is a must-have for everyone. It's just a matter of finding the vitamin C that works for your skin. You may want something non-acid based if you are a little bit sensitive or breakout prone. And I have a whole video on types of vitamin C's and how to choose one. If you guys are interested, I will link it below. Next, I'm going in with a little bit of the Neova Illuminating Eye Serum. This has DNA, repair, and copper peptides. I got turned onto this brand by Michelle Fallon. She has been on the podcast quite a few times. She is the founder of Concepts Institute of Advanced Aesthetics. She's a really great advanced aesthetics teacher. But she swears by this brand for anti-aging. She says it is one of the best, so I really hold her opinions in high regard. But I actually meant to buy the moisturizer, or I did, and they sent me the wrong thing, so this is kind of an accident, but I like it. It's very cooling. Bit of light moisturizer under the sunscreen. You may want to reduce the thickness of the moisturizer you are wearing. You may want to look for an oil-free option as the temperatures get warmer, or you may want to skip your moisturizer altogether in the warmer seasons if you are wearing sunscreen, just because for some people it's too many layers, especially if you're more oily skin type or more breakout prone. So you could just kind of experiment with that. Just having a lot of layers on the skin makes it harder for oxygen to get in, and it's kind of, it creates the perfect environment for breakout. So there's something to keep in mind. I just do a light layer because I'm still a little bit dry right now. A little bit of Topotement just to stimulate the skin. Bring blood flow. It's all about the blood flow and circulation. Getting things moving brings oxygen and nutrients to the skin cells. This is also a tip I have for those of you who are experiencing any irritation from mask or breakout in this area like I am. You can see it's like directly in that area. The cold is just, it's great for calming inflammation. I try to use it as often as I can just to calm the skin down before a day of heat and activity. Remember, acne is heat, heat is acne, so more cold in your routine is typically a good thing. Try to wash and rinse the skin in cooler temperatures of water, because it's really that like repeat heat exposure of your environment, working out, hot showers, anything else you might do, like cooking in front of a hot oven or stove, hot yoga class, even though we're probably not doing that with quarantine. Saunas, hot tubs, you guys get the gist. Just a lot of that repeat heat exposure can be damaging to the skin. Sometimes you see cooks, people who are in the kitchen a lot with a lot of, you can just see the heat in their skin and the damage from the hot temperatures. So moral of the story is to use colder temperatures. I know a lot of you are interested in sunscreens right now and understanding what sunscreens are, you know, good or approved. I'm liking this one from Image. I've always liked this one since I tried it in SD school. I tend to just really like Image a lot. I think it's a great line and can be pretty well priced for professionals. And this one is a mineral sunscreen. The key ingredients are octisalate and zinc oxide and octinoxate. There's so many types of mineral sunscreens. I know the names can be a little bit confusing, and I'm always looking up ingredients on sites like Inky Decoder if I'm not familiar, or Paula's Choice is another really good one. I also like the Elta MD sunscreen a lot. and I tend to prefer mineral formulas. And a mineral sunscreen is a little bit different from a chemical sunscreen in that it's going to sit on the surface of the skin and actually deflect or kind of like shield and be a physical blocker from sun, as opposed to chemical sunscreens that will absorb the sun. We're just getting more facial massage in wherever we can, massaging in our treatment products.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hi guys, so this is the part of the day when I sit down and I write out my to-do list. Sorry, it's a little messy, but I tend to practice the Ivy Lee method. I write down 5 to 6 things that are the most important things that I need to get done that day, like for sure. And I will start off with the most important. Anything I don't finish gets moved to the top of the list at the next day. So I thought it might be interesting to kind of share. This is how I hold myself accountable and stay productive. I know it's really hard at home, whether you are like a blogger and you are making your own schedule or you're working from home. I think it's so important to have a task list and physically write something, write everything out that you want to get done. So started with my run. I'm trying to do 2 workouts a day in quarantine, except for I tend to have 2 rest days. So 5 days of working out, 2 45-minute workouts. I like to do my cardio and just get moving in the morning. Just kind of helps my brain. It's just a nice kind of thing to wake me up. So I will do a run or a walk for about 45 minutes. I live near a lake, so I'll just do a little lap. It's about 3 miles. I'll do a little like weightlifting session later in the day around 5:30 to kind of cap off the day, get rid of any excess energy, and that's where I try to start like actually building muscle. I want to get strong. Okay, so have my run, cross that off the list. I have a podcast with Lauren, my podcast partner, at 11:30. Please comment below if you listen to the podcast. I'm so curious, like, how many of you listen to the podcast, and if you don't, I think maybe you should, because we bring on a lot of guests and experts. And if you can't afford to take a class right now, I know a lot of classes are canceled and there's webinars and stuff, but this is a great free education tool to listen to my podcast. We bring on acne, anti-aging experts, estheticians who have been in the industry for a long time. Shelley Hancock, Michelle Fallon, Douglas Preston. We're going to have Joelle Lee Skincare come on the podcast next week. Lauren and I really want to diversify the podcast. It's embarrassing. There haven't been enough people of color on the podcast. But it's really important. I am certainly always treating darker skin tones, and I feel like there's not enough specific training in multicultural skin and darker skin tones. It does pigment differently, so it requires a different type of training. So that is going to be super interesting. We're so excited to talk to her. She just seems like such a gem. Her voice is just like honey. I'm so excited. Our podcast at 11:30, like I said, I'm rambling, but this is going to be a question and answer podcast, just answering some of your guys' questions. We are always... Sorry, I'm pointing. We're always pulling you guys, spamming you guys, asking what you want to see. And thank you so much for those of you who leave your feedback. Please comment on this video. Please just let me know what you guys are wanting to see so I can help you to the best of my ability. That's what it's all about. So podcast today is totally devoted to all of your guys' questions. A lot of questions about acne and breakouts, so we will talk about that. 1:30, I have a call with LightStim. I use their device. It is light therapy. Red light therapy is the device I use. And we are talking to them about potentially coming on the podcast because I think red light therapy and light therapy is such an incredible tool, and I think there are a lot of questions about which devices are legit and not. What are the benefits? I know a lot of SDs want to start incorporating light therapy in their treatment rooms, and I think it could be a great investment and add-on for your services to use the device in the treatment room and be able to just buy it once and then use it as an add-on in your menu to make more money. So that is great. I just want to talk to them from an educational standpoint. So we are talking to a representative about education. Quick note on that. What I just kind of want to inspire you guys to do is know that literally anything is possible. We started this podcast with no expertise in producing podcasting. Like, we knew nothing. We just knew we wanted to talk about skincare and have an outlet, help people, educate them, inspire them, motivate them. So Lauren and I keep a running list of like our dream guests, people we would die to talk to, have on, and it just like, I hope we're able to talk to this brand and convince them to come on. But you just have to go for things you want. If something seems too big, just ask yourself, like, why does it seem so unattainable? And remind yourself that it's not. Like, there are other people who've had them on their podcasts. What makes you like less worthy or deserving? Nothing. It's just that they had the guts and the courage to go out there. They, made a case for themselves. They advocated for themselves. Nobody's going to advocate for you like you. So just a little note on that. Just keep trying. The worst thing that people can say is no, whether you are interviewing for a job or want to do a collaboration, anything, like anything. Write out what you want and take the steps to get there. I just literally found them on Instagram, found the contact, and reached out to a general line. They put me in touch with the right person. It's so easy, you guys, to access people these days. Like, the information is literally right in front of you. I remember when I wanted jobs at magazines when I was younger, I would go through the masthead in the magazine and like literally call anybody who would answer on the magazine staff until I got a yes. I would hunt and hunt and hunt to maybe find their email address or call a secretary who might have their information. Now it's like everybody's on LinkedIn. Everybody has Instagram. Like, they are within arm's reach. So go for the dream job that you want. all you have to do is ask. Okay, I'm totally rambling. So 1:30 light sim call, then I have to do some desk work, some computer work for my family business, which I help support. So I'm going to be working with Zillow today. What else? Then my workout. I'm going to wrap up this vlog and edit it. And that will be it. Just a lot of desk work, podcasts, phone calls, and hopefully a workout. Okay, sorry that was a mouthful. I'm going to check in with Lauren now and get this podcast started. Okie doke. Hi everybody, welcome back to the treatment room with Tess and Lauren. So today's episode, you're just getting us, and this episode is really all about you guys. We are taking your listener questions. We love getting these because we're honestly so interested in hearing what questions are on your minds, how we can help. So we're really excited to dive into these. Totally, I think Lauren hit it on the head there. You just want to take into consideration the skin type. If you're a little bit more on the sensitive side, maybe something like lactic would be more beneficial. That's derived from milk, and it has a really hydrating effect on the skin as opposed to something like glycolic acid, which is derived from sugar cane, a little bit better for anti-aging. Again, like Lauren said, salicylic helps to dissolve congestion in the pores, so a little bit better for acne-prone skin types. So many different types of peels, and they're such a beautiful thing, I think, to have in our arsenal and toolkits as estheticians. They can really deliver dramatic results for the client. That said, I think with peels comes a greater risk. So as a newer SD, I think generally it's better to just, treat the skin cautiously and always want to ease into skin peels. I know there can kind of be that pressure from a client to want, the most extreme results, and you want to deliver, but I think that confidence of telling your client, we can get you to point B, but it's going to take a little bit of a process. Peels are typically done in a series. It's not a one and done kind of thing. So just prepping your client, being aware of what they want, and being confident enough to kind of prescribe a treatment plan over a course of time is really, really important. Also taking into consideration their general lifestyle. Are they using retinols and, prescription tretinoin? Because that is a peel in itself. So being aware of what they're using at home. Are they on a good home care routine that's going to create a good foundation where they're not, super imbalanced, inflamed already? Because adding a peel onto skin that's already compromised is never a good idea. You want to get it stronger first and have that good foundation before you start introducing peels. Acne tips. Yeah, that is a broad topic. We will just kind of hit on some of the basics, and you guys will find, if you are SDs, if somebody's experiencing acne, it can be, a whole systemic, holistic issue. It could be something going on internally. So there's so many different things to talk to your clients about, but we'll just hit on a few of the big ones. So first is really ensuring that your client or you yourself is cleansing the skin really thoroughly. Clean skin is happy skin, so this is so incredibly important. You want to establish a good morning and nighttime routine. Nighttime especially is so important to go to bed with clean skin. You don't want to take the streets to the sheets. You want to make sure your skin is clean, because that nighttime is such a reparative process, and it's your time for your skin to heal from the damage it's gone through throughout the day. So you just want to ensure your skin is clean, especially when you hit the pillow. You may want to consider the amount of oils you're using in your routine. Maybe you want to consider something a little bit lighter, such as an oil-free moisturizer. Especially as we get into summertime, the hotter summer months, you may want to consider reducing how much layering you're doing with your skincare. For example, if you are using serums and then a moisturizer, a sunscreen, and an SPF, it may just be too much occlusion and your skin is struggling to get that oxygen. It could kind of create a breeding ground for bacteria. So consider that. Think about the makeup you're wearing. I think makeup can have an effect on the skin if it's formulated with a lot of silicones, dimethicones. It could be another layer you're applying to your skin. So you may want to consider what ingredients are in your makeup. Also consider alcohols, really congestive formulas or ingredients such as vitamin E. Just the amount of oils that are in makeup definitely can lead to acne. I know the whole glowy skin trend, which I personally love, but it's something to kind of think about with your skincare, because I know a lot of products that are marketed as super glowy type of formulas can have a lot of oil. Good news, you guys, we secured the bag. I just got off the phone with Lightstim. I'm over the moon. This is an incredible brand, and no, it's not like a sponsored anything. I'm just really passionate about the device and light therapy, and I think it's an amazing tool for professionals to utilize and really understand. And I think there's limited information out there, even for professionals, unless you go through training and get enough education and the right education from the right source. So that's hopefully what we can do with this podcast, is put a red light therapy expert at the forefront to talk to you guys. So please let me know if you have general questions about light therapy that we can ask them when we interview them. I'm so excited. I think it all comes back to the power of manifestation, being really clear about your goals and your intentions, and starting that outreach. So for those of you who are graduating and just thinking about what type of environment or company or spa you may want to work at, I think the first place to start is understanding what those places are, making it really clear for yourself so you have that vision of you working there in your head before you even go into the interview. Write it down, start reaching out, and you will realize your dreams are so much more attainable than I think sometimes we make them out to be. And I'm not perfect at this, but I'm just trying to put systems in place so that I can make the small steps to achieving what I want to achieve and giving you guys the cream of the crop information, the best of the best. I think you deserve the best. So that is it. Thank you guys for coming to my TED Talk. I will check in with you guys a little bit later. I am just getting ready for a little lunch at home, and I had my smoothie and my protein bar and a coffee while I was working this morning, but ready for a little bit of lunch. I'm feeling like something kind of light but a little bit savory, so I'm gonna do some lettuce wrapped, such a random idea, but a little bit of like lettuce wrapped turkey sandwiches. I was thinking about doing like a normal wrap with a tortilla, but I'm not super hungry. I think I just want something kind of salty, so I'm gonna lay down some Dijon mustard, put the turkey and some pickles and tomatoes on, and I think that'll be it.
This vlog is not a what I eat in a day, but I just figured I'd show you my little afternoon snack.
Here's my Friday afternoon snack. Cheers, Mum, for the money.
What I am having pre-lift, pre-workout. So important you're fueling your body, especially if you are working out. This bread I really love. It is keto bread, even though I'm not keto, but it is gluten-free and grain-free, but really tasty and a great healthy substitute if you are paleo or just wanting to cut out grains or gluten from your diet, since they can be inflammatory. This is my favorite almond butter. Key with nut butters is just looking for, where is it? Focus. It's not going to focus, but clean ingredients. On the back, I have trained Dylan, who does our grocery shopping, to check everything now for added sugars and things, just because it's not necessary, and you'd be surprised how many things are added to prepackaged food. So that's gonna be my little snack. Had one of these as well. They look like something that would be for a 5-year-old, but Dylan got these for me. They're kind of like little like fruit rolls that were on the little plastic sheet of paper, so, or plastic roll. What were they called? Fruit rolls? I don't know. These are really good and kind of like a fun nostalgic little treat. So had one of those and gonna enjoy my toast.
Yeah. Baby, come and talk to me. Show the scene. Tryna show you love, it's that TLC. You're my favorite song, you're my therapy. Music for my soul, classic R&B. We don't need a plan B, about to have a family. Sounding like a Grammy, every time you speak make me wanna sing. Yeah, make me wanna sing. So passionate like Jackson, 5 heartbeats, temptation. Girl, don't keep me waiting. I love you, that's Cupid. That's Soul Child with the music. You my boo, that's Alicia. I told you I need you, that's Jazz. And baby girl, you bad. So won't you come and talk to me? Show the scene. Tryna show you love, it's that TLC. You're my favorite song, you're my therapy. Yeah, music for my soul, classic R&B.
I see, baby, cool with it. Drowning in your love, like a pool with it. Way below the surface, bag in the things. Yeah, you see the inner bag. Never sweat, no. Baby, come and talk to me. Walk with me. Show them how it ought to be. Hey, yeah. Bring it up back like we order. Yeah, never seen a rip. We gon' show
Baby, come and talk to me. Show the scene. Tryna show you love, it's that TLC. You're my favorite song.
Okay guys, we are done with the little workout. I'm really liking this little schedule I have of the cardio slash walk run in the morning and then lifting weights in the evening. It's a nice start and end to the day, and yeah, just comparing it to time before quarantine where I was in the gym for an hour and a half, I don't know, it gives me a new perspective of a different way of working out, and I kind of appreciate that. I feel like I didn't realize I could enjoy working out at home as much as I do, so it's definitely a positive outcome of quarantine. I am going to do a little stretch, cool down, and then I am going to wash my face and do my skincare routine as soon as I can. That is one thing I really stress to clients and people who are struggling with breakout or other skin conditions related to heat. The heat can be a big problem. Heat is acne, acne is heat. Heat can really provoke a lot of conditions like eczema, sensitivity, inflammation around the mouth. Melasma is a big one. I have, you guys have probably noticed my little shadow in this video without makeup. It's normal, and I think it's good to normalize those things. But point of this being, do your skincare routine right after the workout. My skin is really struggling. I have been seeing the effects of mask breakout. I just did a little bit of extraction work You guys can see it's all exactly in the area of the mask. So characteristics of mask breakout, just really briefly, it can be the little tiny clusters of whiteheads. That's a little bit more bacterial, but it can also kind of manifest in larger, more like cystic, inflamed acne. It is a new kind of breakout, so we're kind of learning as we go, but it's really just like the heat and the friction and the bacteria that causes a problem. Similar to, for example, if you ever break out from wearing a hat while you run, or around your chest from wearing a sports bra. It's not a good combo. The heat and the friction, the bacteria. Acne really is heat. Heat is acne. So all of that kind of enclosed under a mask can cause some problems, but we have to wear them. We have to make do. I'm going to be wearing a lot of gear when I get back to work. So there's a few little tricks I have for treating mask breakout that I'm totally down to show you guys in a separate video that is a little bit different from the skincare I'm doing tonight. Right now, I just want pure hydration because I have been using some acne products, and you just have to kind of learn as you go with your skin. Sometimes your skin might be a little bit more reactive, so don't be afraid to kind of customize your routine based on where you are at in that day. But we're just keeping it hydrating right now. I'm using the Benefit Balance from Cosmetics. I do like this line, Cosmetics, a lot. I know sometimes you guys ask about professional lines that I like. I think Cosmetics is quite nice. The only thing is with this one, the fragrance is a little much on the toner. Truly, I'm excited to get my Dermaplus Hydrating Toner when I go in this week just for a little restock. It's like my favorite product. Since I do have a little bit of rashy, dry areas on my mouth area, I'm going to avoid putting my retinol there, and I like to just kind of spread it out. Spread it out. I do the little dots on my face first to ensure, I look crazy, ensure that it's spreading evenly. And I actually do put this under my eyes per our Dermaplus nurse's instruction to help with fine lines. I just make sure I apply moisturizer as well. And this formula is quite hydrating. It's a cream-based formula. So that's my retinol. I do this almost every night or every other night. Sometimes I'll skip it if my skin is just feeling too sensitized, which you just have to be aware of when you're using stronger retinols, because sometimes your skin just needs a break. You always want to ease into it. I'm going to use it on my neck. I actually just increased my dosage of, or my percentage of my retinol after listening to Dr. Bocci on one of my recent episodes of the podcast, The Treatment Room. It's my skincare podcast. If you haven't been spammed by me talking about it before, but I was talking to that skin doctor, and we were talking about retinols, and I asked her when is a good time to increase my strength of retinol, and she said when you are able to tolerate the product without dryness or irritation or redness, it may be a good time for you to start thinking about increasing your percentage, because you will have more drastic results with a higher percentage as long as your skin can tolerate it and it's not creating more problems. So that is that. I need my moisturizer. But yeah, comment below if you have been struggling with mask breakout. This is the Dermaplus moisturizer. Beautiful thing about this product is it lasts so long because a little goes such a long way. You can see this doesn't seem like a crazy amount, but it will take some time to be absorbed, and I will do some facial massage with it. Comment below if you have been struggling with your skin while in quarantine. I really feel for my clients who depend on, you know, regular extractions, because it's tough. And I know skin affects people's self-confidence so much, so I really feel for my clients, and I can't wait to see them. I can't wait to get a facial myself. I can do my extractions fine on my own, but there's something to be said about laying down on somebody's treatment table and having them, they have a view that you don't. They can work at an angle that you can't. For example, these ones along my jawline are difficult for me to extract. I'm gonna go in with a little eye cream. This one is by Image, another professional line I do like a lot. It's called the Max Stem Cell Eye Cream. That is my little skincare and my wrinkle sesh. So I will see you guys whenever I see you next.